My name's Noah with Modern Roofing. Just got doing the adjuster appointment. That's the Hancock guy right there. Just want to point out some things like this and that, and these dings, these heel marks all throughout. This guy's a metal. You can see some hail right there. The hail dings there. Little ding mark there. This is some pretty standout, clear hail damage on this guy's roof. At least on the front porch right here, you can see like right there in the chalk. Chalk is gutter up here. A lot of collateral damage there. Got hail damage right there. You can see when I press down on that, it's soft to the touch. We're gonna get up here on the roof. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is because the adjuster, some questionable methods. I mean, you see the granule loss around these hits. Like, there's not much granule loss, and you see one big circular indentation right there, and it's straight soft. So you can tell that that's hail damage because there ain't nothing going on around it, no big patches missing, and then all of a sudden there's a circular indentation. That kind of thing lets you know that this isn't just some reoccurring pattern granule loss on the roof. And as you see, in this little area here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hail hits on this right facet. You know, the reason I'm even doing this video is because right there. As you can see from the adjuster's inspection, they had a newer section of the roof. Right, it's a couple years old, but as you know, newer shingles, while they may be hail damaged, they're not going to be severely damaged because the newer shingles are not going to be affected by hail as much. As you can see, he did his rear, back, left, and right slopes. That's 3 slopes out of the roof, all in this newer section of the roof. So of course, you're not going to see as much damage as you would on, say, the actual older part, like we could have done the back slope on the main rear slope of the roof here, which makes up about 90% of the back of this roof. And we instead are going right to the new shingles. Now, yeah, there is markings, as you can see. We did find hail down there, about 9 hits, I believe. So yeah, there was hail that damaged that, but it's not going to reflect truly the full scope of the damage on this roof when you look at where these test squares are at. And then, so like that right slope there, he said there was no damage, just blistering. I mean, basically half of that is on newish shingles. And then you look right here, facet facing the roof, as you just saw, clear hail damage that he agreed with me on was hail damage. And then you got a little wind damage right there on that facet. Now we're gonna go up this hip here to the front of the roof. Where he did a test square up here. Now, on the front of the roof, we did it on the older shingles. As you can see his markings, he said there was 12 hail hits on the front. It is pretty clear to see when you look at the markings. Something around there. there. And again, you can see not much granule loss all around this, not enlarged, but then you see that circular indentation. Lets you know that this isn't just pattern granule loss. This is actually hail hitting the roof in the specific areas causing those indentions. So, just wanted to show the, the scope of the damage on this roof is more than what this was really, I feel like, captured, because you're gonna see left slope, right slope, no damage. But when you look like here on a right facet of the roof, there's clearly not, hail damage. And that facet of the roof we didn't climb, and that facet either, because there was nowhere to put a ridge pro or anything like that. Again, no damage in that test square. We're looking at newer additional shingles that, don't really reflect the full scope of damage on the entirety of this roof. So I just wanted to point out that, there is a severe amount of hail damage on the right and the front and the back slopes of this roof. As you can see, even the newer shingles have hail damage. You can only imagine what's on these older shingles. I'm going to send in some close-ups as well. So if if Allstate needs a test square from us on this rear slope on the older shingles, we can certainly send that in as well. Just let me know and we will do that. But this is, in my opinion, this roof has been, severely damaged by hail damage. This inspection did not grasp that.